Were you in Israel during the October 7?
Yes, of course, yes. I was guiding a group from the States in the in the old city and in the in the area of the close to the cities to the old city of Jerusalem. I remember that I saw the news in the early morning, okay, and of course I had to give the instructions to the group before going out from the hotel. I have the group in Jerusalem, so I went to the hotel. I put all the group in the bus, and on the way to the Mount of Olives, okay, that we have actually it was a Christian group. So I told them if something happens about the sirens, okay, to go out, to go down from the bus and to put in on the floor, okay, and to put the hands on the top of to cover them, okay. Yes. So I mentioned I gave the instructions to the group, and 5 minutes after the sirens started to jump, okay, to listen in the bus. And the bus, I told the bus driver to stop, and we were down, okay, and we put in a close to the wall, and we stopped for 5 minutes, 7 minutes. The group was very calm, and then we continued to the Mount of Olives, to the mass. And when the group entered to the mass, okay, in the Mount of Olives in Gethsemane, the sirens started again, and I saw rockets, okay, on the top of the AL-AQSA Mosque, and our protection, okay, from the rocket started to blow up all the rockets on the top of the old city. And then I started to receive news that is happening some things in the south, but we didn't have all the information. It was terrible, because we started all the alarms and sirens in all the country all the morning, and we started to receive news, scary news. It was very terrible day, really. My life changed a lot after that. And then after some hours, we started to see in the news what really happened. So in one day, 1,200 people were killed, and 350 people keep in Gaza. And today still we have 54 people in Gaza hostage. So it's quite a complicated situation. Just not easy.
Yeah. So when you were in the old city with your group, and there were these missiles around the main mosque in Jerusalem, did you think that this is just another day in Israel with with missiles and all that, or something major is happening?
No, I felt from the beginning that something big was happening, because it's not only about sirens. It was all the day with rockets in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem, and also the news that we received, that the things that were happening close to the border. And also the army took a lot of time to arrive there. We don't know why. It was very confused. Something happens, and still until today, the government is trying to discover what happened in our system. Okay, because the army took a lot of time to arrive to the kibbutzim close to the border. Something is not so clear about that, honestly. So
Yeah, there's a lot to be clarified there. 100%. You refer that there was a before and after in your life with October 7. How would you describe like the differences between that day and what happened afterwards?
So it's difficult to explain, but I felt that Israel is not going to be the same. I feel that is before 7 October there was a little hope to make peace between Israel and Palestine. Was destroyed totally, because the 7 October was something that the Israeli people is very trauma. We have a trauma like a country. Many people, Israeli people living outside of the country, decided to come back to Israel, And many people that used to live in Israel decided to go out also. So it's happened a lot. Many people that used to live left the country, and people that used Israeli people living out of the country decided to come back and to go to the army. So I remember after 7 October to be in the train to Tel Aviv, and the government called many people in the reserve, okay, to go to the army. And I remember to see people until 40, 45 years old to be with the to wear like the soldier clothes, okay, green in everywhere, to see soldiers, because when you go to the army in Israel, after that you need to go to the Mulim. The Mulim is like the army can't call you. There is if something happens. So the government decided to call people up to 45 years old to go to the army, and it was terrible. There is a before and after. Israel is not going to be the same after that, and still we have a trauma about that. So it's not going to be easy now to, it's before there was any kind of hope to make peace with Palestine. Now it's going to be very difficult from both sides, because 7 October happened, and then Israel also has a reaction to Gaza. And of course, I can understand also the other side, okay, that it's not going to be easy for the new generation of Arabs to see that Gaza is totally destroyed, okay? And it's not easy to see this like a child from Gaza.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be pro-Arab in this kind, but also I can understand the other side sometimes, and especially the children that they are not guilty for anything, okay? But and you see all that another country is destroying your country, and you don't understand why, but there is
Yeah.
a reason. Unfortunately, I don't. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
terrible. And
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's quite complex. So you work mainly in the tourism field. And I think it's actually the sentence is not mine, but I was told once that the first sector to be affected by a crisis is tourism. And the last to get out of the crisis is tourism. So
uh,
I'm pretty sure that we are feeling the heat at the moment. So how is it going in 2025 after what 1.5 years of the October the 7th?
So of course, when after 7 October, all the groups were left the country. Okay, I remember my group from the States. They took 1 week until go out from the country, because was very, imagine all the people in the country trying to go out. So the flights were canceled. I remember you. Okay, many companies, they canceled from Europe and from America. So there were not flights to go out. Only only Israeli companies actually continue flying. So it was very chaotic. My group stayed 1 week there since 7 October until 14. It was very chaotic, okay. And tourism, of course, everything stopped, okay, everything. And you need to take in consideration also Israel was closed during the COVID in Corona 2 years.
Yeah.
So tourism was in COVID, closed the country for 2 years, then 1 year open again, and then the 7 October. And of course, since 7 October, there is no tourists. There are Jewish tourists, okay, people from America that they have family in Israel, but Christians group, not so many groups they are going now to Israel.